Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel, welcome back to a new episode of my crazy um, motorized Wehrmacht challenge with the Total War mod. And this time I have to be careful and I have to really watch my tongue because I really want to avoid making those mistakes that will make this video again disappear from the YouTube um, community, just because it's a hate speech. Yes, of course. There are plenty of people playing Hearts of Iron 4 with Germany conquering, liberating nations here and there. And as soon as I try to do something different, bam, my video gets blocked because of hate speech. Oh yes, absolutely. I'm a very, very hateful person. You all know me. You all hate me, actually. Yes. And yes, this is just stupid. It's ridiculous. I really have. No, I don't want to say anything. So let's focus a little bit on the campaign. The invasion of oh my god, I said it. Sorry, the liberation. I would say the liberation of Poland took its toll on the German army, and especially due to the lack, as you can see right now, to the a specialized anti-aircraft network or dedicated heavy fighters. I was really struggling in reducing and minimizing the damage due to the enemy Royal Air Force and the French Air Force. And because of this, because my industries were getting bombed to death, I decided to anticipate quite significantly the invasion. Oh man, okay, let's say it. The invasion, the expansion westward against France and again the Western democracies. Let's say that now, yeah. And just to show you how bad everything went, I decided to slow down a little bit this portion of the video because what happened? I think that it was for gameplay reasons. The province of Luxembourg got annexed by Belgium, and I think that's because this was a move from the developers of the Total War mod to prevent any kind of exploit of waiting, of I would say declaring war against Belgium and then wait until declaring war against Luxembourg to make sure that most of the Allied armies were stuck into Belgium, stuff like that. And the funny thing is that so the Luxembourgian province fell relatively easily, even though at one point I saw there were 12 enemy divisions holding the ground there. And the unexpected thing was that right north of Luxembourg, and as you can see right now, north of Luxembourg, I managed to achieve quite a huge breakthrough. And southwest of Luxembourg, those two goddamn bloody divisions of Belgians. I think they were really le chasseurs d'Ardenne, like the protagonist of the Sabaton songs Resistant Light, because they held out like crazy. And I realized too late that their fanatical resistance bought an insane amount of time for the Allied troops to redeploy and amass new divisions along the front line. And because of this super fast reaction from the French AI, what I was planning to do, so a very fast-moving blitzkrieg style invasion of Belgium and France, once again it turned out to be a trench warfare style. I mean, I was very disappointed when I saw that again my troops were advancing of one tile at a time, one province after the other. And yes, I did manage to achieve a final breakthrough towards Paris, but no, something went wrong, and I realized too late that I forgot my standing front line too far behind my lines, and that's why I saw all of a sudden my panzers rushing back along the French border. And once again, the fact that this endless war of slow movement, I would say, kept going on, and my divisions were becoming more and more unorganized, I must say. Not really disorganized, but they were losing their organization really, really fast. And in more than one, in more than one time, the enemy actually managed to launch some rather powerful counterattacks, and with those, especially the French, they even managed to push back my troops and regain some of the lost territories. That was really unexpected, and knowing, let's say, how bad the situation for France is, and was, sorry, I decided, okay, it's time to rush for Paris, and this is what I did with a bunch of panzers, and inevitably with the fall of Paris, the whole France capitulated. And just to let you visualize the invasion, the invasion of the Western democracies started around March, and the battle ended in May. So in real life, I think it took almost almost double the amount of time that it took the German army to capitulate France in real life. In real life, it took 6 weeks. Here, it took 3 months, so 12 weeks. Yes, and that was really bad for me. I felt a bit ashamed, but on one hand, on the other hand, I was happy because I managed to solidify the Western Front, and this gave me enough industries to once again scale up production of tanks, planes, half trucks, guns, lorries, a lot of lorries, and did I say heavy fighters? No, yes, I don't know. And what else? Yeah, so I think that was all what I had to say, let's say, for this episode. And one more thing. My lovely neighbor of Yugoslavia decided that it was much better, to stay away from the Axis and abandon the powerful alliance that would have offered Yugoslavia some protection. And because of that, I was forced to intervene in the Yugoslavian theater. But honestly, the Yugoslavian resistance was, nothing relevant, nothing too much significant, and nothing that caused me headaches or troubles. And another thing before leaving, as I mentioned in the very first episode, I decided not to boost Italy, because my plan was to send some divisions in North Africa to mimic Rommel's Africa Corps. And I'm sorry, but this will never happen. Yes, this is a very big spoiler, but this will never happen. And I think that, so in July 1940, Italy joined the war in the Axis, and after, I would say, a couple of weeks, the Allies managed to rush a few more divisions in the Sahara Desert, and with those, they slowly but progressively began to overrun the Italian army stationed in North Africa, as well as the one in East Africa. And okay, so that's all from my side. That's all for this episode. In the next episode, I will just cover the months leading to Operation Barbarossa. I would like to dedicate one whole episode just to Barbarossa alone, because there are quite a few interesting surprises that you really deserve to see, and those surprises deserve one whole episode on their own. And sorry, oh my god. As you may have seen, I was forced to import a lot of oil from Romania and the Soviet Union because my reserves were running low, and the goal, let's say, between the invasion of France and Operation Barbarossa was to try to stockpile as much oil and fuel as possible, because I don't know, back when I was recording this episode, my gut feeling suggested that the war against the Soviet Union would have been very fuel consuming. And indeed, indeed it was. And yeah, so you saw now the very desperate situation of the Italian army. And yeah, so because this campaign was recorded before the La Resistance DLC and patch 1.9 were released, I still had to deploy a crap ton of garrisons on the map. And honestly, I must say, one of the things that I like about La Resistance is that you can finally reduce a bit of lag due to the spam of divisions on the map by just directing and fighting the resistance, let's say, off map. That's one thing I really like. And okay, guys, thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for supporting me, and really thank you very much for your patience. I hope again that YouTube and those very smart people will not classify this video as hate speech, because honestly there's nothing to hate. Yeah. Okay, guys, thank you very much for watching, and see you all in the next episode.